Hi all, so I purchased this AOQEE C1 indoor-outdoor security camera on Amazon, and I just wanted to do a quick review of it. So if you're considering purchasing this, you'll know exactly what you're getting if you do decide to buy it. So it promises a lot, it has a lot of functionality in it. So let's get it unboxed and let's take a closer look. Okay, so that's our C1 security camera unboxed. So what do you get supplied in the kit? So before we talk about the camera itself, you get a little user guide here, which has your QR code in for you to scan to download the app for either iOS or Android. And then that app is going to allow you to monitor the camera. It's also going to allow you to configure the camera, set it up how you want it, and also to get those alerts as well if you have them enabled on the camera itself. You get a little mounting bracket here. So this camera can be used inside or outside. It is IP65 rated, so it is water resistant for outside, but you can just pop this on the side on a countertop or desk if you're going to be using this as a monitor in a bedroom, for example, baby monitor. And it will just sit there. There's some little rubber feet here and it just feels really secure. It's not going to slide around or anything like that, and you can just adjust that to any position that you want it to be pointing at. So if you are going to use this outside, I would assume that you're going to need a mounting bracket to put it to a wall or a fence post, and that's where this comes in. So that gets screwed onto the wall or the post, and then that just simply locks in the back there like so. You're even provided with a template as well here, so that you can just use this to know where to drill the holes into the wall, which is fantastic. And you get the screws and the plugs provided with it as well. You also get your power supply, which some cameras don't actually include. So I'm here in the UK, so I have a UK plug, but if you're in the US, you'll have your US plug, and you'll have a USB-A socket there, which you plug the camera into like so. You also get a little sticker here as well, which is fantastic, and you just stick that in your window and it just lets people know that you are using CCTV 24 hours when this is plugged in. Okay, so that's what you get in the box with this security camera. Okay, so now let's have a look at the actual camera itself. So this is a 2K camera, it has a 2K resolution, so that's going to be absolutely fantastic, especially for your outside wide angle viewing and recording. It's going to be really good for that purpose. That resolution is fantastic. You also have two-way audio with this camera as well, which is great. So you can listen in on the camera and you can also speak back to the camera to give instructions, for example, if that's what you want to do. You do have night vision with this camera, but you also have day color night vision as well with this camera as well. So if you have that enabled, if it detects motion, the light will switch on here, and then that will give you your color night vision. And I'll be showing you all the night, the day, and the color night as well a little bit later in this video. You have motion detection as well, which is great, and it's smart motion detection as well, so you can set that to detect pets, for example, or just humans or vehicles, which is a great feature on this camera. There's also a built-in siren if that's what you want to use, and you can have a combination of the light flashing and the siren going, or one or the other, which is fantastic. So in terms of notifications, there are different warnings that you can have, and that is the light, the siren, and you also get those app notifications as well if you have that configured. You can also set privacy zones so that you can block out certain parts of the camera. So if this is overlapping with a neighbor, for example, you can block that out. This also works with Alexa and Google Home as well, which is fantastic, and that's the reason I went for this camera, is because I want it to integrate with my home assistant, so that I can just ask to see the camera and it will pop up on the screen. So it's 2.4 gigahertz. Like many of these cameras, it will only work on the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, not on the 5 gigahertz. But most routers or access points will be giving out both frequencies anyway, so that shouldn't be any issue. So in terms of storage, you can record to an SD card, which just simply goes into the side here. So you can see there's a little slot there, and there's also a reset button on the side. and that will take up to 128 gigabytes, which is normal for these cameras. You can also use cloud storage, which will be an additional cost. You do get a 30-day free trial, which you can try and see whether that's something for you, and then if you want, you can then continue with that should you need to. Okay, so that's the camera's specification. So what I'll do now is I'll connect it up, I'll get the app installed, and I'll show you the picture quality both during the day, at night, and also that color night vision as well. Okay, so I've set up my camera now, so it was super easy. I just installed the app, followed the instructions, and yeah, I'm good to go now. I'm monitoring what the camera can see, and the picture quality is fantastic. I hope that's coming across there on camera. So what I'll do is I'll just move that out towards the garden so that you can see the quality of the picture. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll put the light on so that you can see how bright the LED is on there. This is where you would set up your light to come on automatically if it detected motion. I'm just going to turn it on just so that you can see how bright that light is on there. Okay, so we will be trying this at night, so I will show you the night vision, but everything is configurable through the app once you have it installed, and it really is just fantastic picture quality. I'm just going to come in a little bit closer just to show you just how good that is. It's extremely clear. Okay, so what I'll do then is I will try this out tonight. I'll show you the night vision and I'll show you the color night vision as well. So there's just another couple of points that I wanted to make with regard to this camera. If you are considering it, what I really like about this camera is how it looks as well. It's just super sleek, it's super nice and modern. The nice white color with the black lens at the front, really great looking camera, and very small and discreet as well. The other thing I like about it is the fact that you can share this with your family. So you don't have to create other accounts, you can just share it with them and then they can access the camera to see the camera, and that's really great. So this is absolutely fantastic, this camera. It just seems to have everything. It has Alexa, it has Google as well, which is great. So I will just now connect this to my Alexa, make sure that works, and I'll show you that on my screen. Okay, so as you can see, I've now got the camera working on my Home Assistant device, which is fantastic. I did need to do a firmware upgrade because it just refused to show the camera Alexa, so then I upgraded the firmware and it's now working perfectly. Okay, so now let's go out and let's see this working at night. Okay, so it's dark outside now and I've got the camera just pointing outside into the backyard, and I hope you can see there that the infrared lights have turned on automatically, and that is now the night vision view of the backyard, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, actually I might just zoom in just so you can see, how crisp the quality is there on that night vision. Really, really looks fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom that back out. So what I'll do now is I'll turn the light on the camera so that you can see the night vision color. So that's light on, and then I'll just turn that full screen again so that you can see. Okay, and that is the night vision on with the light on. Really impressive, this camera from AOQEE. It really is a good quality picture. Okay, so I hope you found this review useful of this AOQEE C1 security camera. It's for indoor and outdoor use, and I hope it's coming across there on camera just how good the picture quality is of this 2K camera, and how beautiful this device actually is, how compact it is, and how modern it looks as well. And it's going to be very discreet if you put this up outside. So the reason I like this camera is because it has so much functionality. So there are other options out there, but this has it all. So this has 2K resolution, which is fantastic. It has the two-way audio, it has the color night vision, it has that motion detection, it has the ability to set privacy areas, it's IP65, the multi-user sharing is great as well. You have the light, the security light, you have the siren, It just has everything, and it connects to Alexa and Google Home Assistant as well. So this camera is available on Amazon and it comes highly recommended.